Street art might be the oldest form of art. When you think about the cave paintings, when you think about the way that people used to have writings on the walls.
Street art is a brilliant way to bring out messages that connects with young people, local communities. It's a way of beautifying their local areas, their local neighbourhoods, and really giving them a sense of creativity and ownership of their local environment.
Each person, as they see the mural, they can tell a different story. They can relate in a different way. And I think that's the beauty of it, that's the beauty of street art, that one, makes it accessible for everyone, and two, allows every single person to relate in a different way.
We started Paint Change in 2016 with the idea of promoting social justice through public art, especially murals.
And the idea was to really represent the sort of main ideas that young people were thinking about, were concerned about, and wanted to voice their opinions about.
We received support from Creative Europe in 2019
to make some murals and work with communities across Europe.
in the city of Athens in Greece, in London, England, and in different cities around Serbia. It was really inspiring to hear the ideas of young people about the relevant issues of our time.
Obviously, climate change and global warming has been an increasing issue for particularly young people across the world now. For the young people in Greece, that was of huge concern to them for their 3 murals.
During this series of workshops, the idea was to primarily capture the emotion of the children, their worry and their message that this world is their world, and they designed different doodles and designs that somehow embedded in the mural that was in the end hosted in their school.
Επειδή θεωρούμε ότι είναι κάτι μακρινό, το θεωρούμε, όχι ότι είναι, θεωρούμε ότι είναι κάτι μακρινό, το αφήνουμε πάντα για μετά.
Something that was like burning their concern was the climate change, and that's why we see this girl looking the world from above, where Ino embodied the concern and the care and the love that these children have about the world, and their invitation of protecting it.
Εγώ έχω και ελπίδα, έχω και φόβο. Γιατί, ας πούμε, βλέπω πολλά παιδιά στην ηλικία μου και μεγαλύτερα, γενικά στη γενιά μου, που θέλουν να εξαλείψουμε το πρόβλημα της κλιματικής αλλαγής. Δηλαδή είναι πρόθυμοι να κάνουμε ό,τι χρειαστεί, ξέρω εγώ.
The third mural depicts memories, how the memories and the emotions can in the end mobilize people, and when we speak about creative advocacy, how speaking to the heart can make people take decisions and in the end take action.
Φυσικά και θα μας επηρεάσει με κάποιο τρόπο και φανταστείτε να υπάρχει και ένα μήνυμα πάνω σε αυτό το έργο. Σίγουρα θα σου μείνει και θα έχεις και το μήνυμα και θα κάνεις καλό στην πορεία της ζωής σου. Άρα επηρεάζει η τέχνη. Στην ερώτηση που κάνετε πριν, γιατί θέλω πάρα πολύ να την απαντήσω αυτή.
Going across to London, again, there's a school in East London who had been part of their curriculum to talk about the environment, to talk about climate change, and voice their concerns about the environment in their school, on their school walls.
So we are in Bow, in East London, actually just next to the A12, which is a major motorway coming into London. Behind me is Bow High School, which is a major school in East London with 1,500 students. You know we're going to paint the entrance wall of your school, and I want you to get involved and to come up with a graphic elements that can take inspiration from.
I think it's important to save the environment because we live in it. And not only we're just killing the world, but we're killing ourselves too, along with it.
When I helped paint the mural, I did two pieces. One was about equality, so my equality piece had stripes, which are different colours. You can see that on the mural outside. And I did another piece about the planet, and you can see how the planet is kind of cooperated into the final piece.
I inferred that the person on the painting represented multiple different people. You can't tell if it has a specific gender, if it has a specific skin tone, and then in the background it has the planet Earth to show we should be taking care of our own planet.
Human activity, in particular the combustion of fossil fuels, is the main principle in global warming and the speed in which it's progressing.
As people are going by, especially on a huge highway, people can just take a look and just really, when it comes to art doesn't have a language at all.
I'm hopeful. I feel like this generation will make a change and will finally help the government realise that a lot needs to change before the future will become better.
Grafiti ti bacaju seme ideja. Kada ti prolaziš, kada vidiš, kad se malo zamisliš i možda si ti sledeći čovek koji će promeniti svet.
Interesantna situacija u Subotici je bila to što su deca oslikala celi jedan mural skoro u potpunosti sami, imali su malu pomoć umetnika, ali su u svom prvom kontaktu sa spremom uspeli da dočaraju njihovu viziju zajedništva unutar škole.
Slanjem tih raznih poruka umetnošću, nekako mislim da možemo da probudimo svijest u ljudima o nekim stvarima, tako da mislim da je poprilično moguće promeniti umetnošću svet.
Samo treba imati jak stav, jak karakter i raditi ono što mislimo da može da promeni svet.
Ja bih nešto u fazonu da nas odrasli čuju i kroz neku karikaturu da podstaknem odrasle da slušaju decu i omladinu.
Već se stvara slika, stavljamo kao starije glave, kako ne gledaju omladinu, kako je kreativno. Da li se svi slažemo da bude to tema? Da stariji ne vide kreativnost i svetlost u omladini?
Slažemo se.
Da, dobra ideja.
Da.
Ona već radi treću kapicu, bre, idemo, bre. Pokušaj da napraviš jednu čistu liniju. Bravo.
Možda nas čuju, ali nas ne razumeju. Ne razumeju nas na pravi način. Uvek je nekako to bio jaz između omladine i starih ljudi. Ne znam da li se to može nešto mnogo promeniti.
Meni kako se osjećam, tako nekako moram da izbacim iz sebe.
Mislim da konkretno naša generacija može da napravi velike promene, zato što smo istrajni i uporni u svemu.
Bitno je da učimo od drugih umetnika koji su bili pre nas i da dodajemo neke svoje ideje i neki naš fazon.
A uz pomoć umetnika učenici Vranjske osnovne škole Svetozar Marković slikaju mural na temu jednakosti.
Da nacrtamo kao krug gde se drže ruka za ruku, koja je svaka ruka različite boje i ide od tamnijeg tena do svetlijeg tena.
Kod nas često dolaze migranti u različitim razredima, u odljenjima.
Asmir, on je bio iz Izraela i Mensur, on je iz Afganistana.
Mnogi su se odvojili od svojih porodica, braće, sestara, očeva, majki i njima nije lako, zato bi trebalo da ih prihvatimo što bolje možemo.
Ljudi su stvoreni da budu različiti, a ne da budu isti.
Bogatstvo ovog sveta je zapravo u različitosti. Što više imamo razumevanja za druge, mi stičemo neku širinu, ističemo neko bogatstvo.
U suštini krećemo onu priču ovako, znači tap, ako se ne primi odmah, preći ćemo drugi put.
Učenici srednjih škola odlučili su da se prolaznicima sa pijace na Zelenom vencu i autobuske stanice obrate postavljanjem pitanja. Da li uspevaju da postigne sve što se od njih očekuje?
Mnogo volim ove stvari, ali nikad se nisam bavio tim stvarima, pa mi je ovo wow.
Sada već liči na nešto. U početku su bile samo nasumične linije, nije ličilo nije na šta. Ali sad se već vidi šta je i šta treba da piše.
Fenomenalno, desetka ovo.
Hvala.
Svaka čast.
Kao radionica, kao neka stvar koja je veoma konstruktivna u tom smislu mladih, da se pokrenu i da razmišljaju o nekim problemima.
Vrlo lepu stvar radite, vrlo lepu.
Hvala vam.
I nadam se da neće niko da ih preslika.
Verovatno ću se baviti ovime u budućnosti, baš mi se dopalo. Nekim ljudima prosto treba motivacija, jer oni sami ne mogu da je pronađu i možda im ovo pomogne.
So here in London, we had the big surge of love for the National Health Service, the NHS, during lockdown. And there was a big kind of call to action for people to celebrate our National Health Service, all the sort of hard work that they were doing.
Some of the young people who were working with us and whose parents were working for the NHS pointed out that people from more than 200 nationalities are working for the NHS. So, inspired by young people, we started the project 200 Nationalities, One NHS.
200 nationalities.
One NHS.
200 nationalities.
One NHS.
200 nationalities.
One NHS.
And so Atma, our artist, he came up with this brilliant idea to make a huge public artwork with over 200 flowers. And then each flower would represent a different nationality.
Hello guys, hey, how are you? Welcome back. Welcome to the Paint the Change session. Hello! Effie is here.
It's hot today.
It is boiling hot.
And the first job was engagement with the community. We started Instagram sessions.
This has been a series of online 1-hour workshops where we encouraged young people on there, showcasing their flowers, drawing in real time, thinking, all right, how can we keep this momentum going?
We also decided to invite artists during this Instagram session, artists of all disciplines, painters, sculptors, hat makers, also influencers, so people who make positive impact in their community.
We came up with a way to make sure that we were still getting the street art out, but also coming up with new ideas to invest in the community.
Here we go, so we are done with this flower. So don't hesitate to go a little bit crazy with your shape, it just makes like fun petals.
What I want to do is introduce you to today. So you're at a Paint the Change workshop, lucky you. We were very, very lucky to be able to deliver in-person workshops with an amazing array of young people.
This is my beautiful picture. Bikes up, knives down.
Oh, Black Lives Matter, right. Well, if there's one house burning, you're not going to go save all the houses because all the houses aren't burning. Only one house is burning.
Oh, yeah.
The reason this analogy exists is because most racist people are actually really stupid.
I don't really like going to workshops normally, but I've actually had quite a good time. I really do like being able to do art and, express those beliefs in the art. Because when you're on your own, you don't really think about other people's beliefs and, it gives you food for thought, really.
We managed to paint a physical mini mural in Tower Hamlet Youth Centre, which was amazing.
The mural we're all working on to celebrate the NHS and present as many flowers as we can, I think it's so, so beautiful because when you look at a flower, you instantly feel good about yourself and you see the beauty of a flower and its uniqueness, and every petal, it's different and it's asymmetrical. So none of the flowers you see will all be unique from one to another. So that's exactly what an NHS staff member is, like each flower represents them.
The 200 nationality for the NHS is a good thing to do, so we're showing our love back to the NHS, to the nurses, to the doctors for putting us first and helping us through this.
It's so special that we've been able to kind of cross the generations, the younger generation and the older generation. You got the NHS workers, and we've been able to translate that into art. And so 200 languages, but one language of love is something so powerful because we're from so many different communities, from so many different ethnicities, but the fact that we have that one thing in common and that we can celebrate love and empathy is something that we've been able to bring together in art, and that's just something so special for our community.
We painted 200 nationalities, one NHS on the front of the youth centre with the help of the young people, which was an amazing last step before the big mural. This mural represents diversity and also wants to celebrate the NHS. Every single flower tells a story. It's been created by all sorts of people, young people, old people, artists, non-artists, families, schools, and I have put all the artwork together. So right now the team is starting the process to place all the stickers on each panel. So first of all, every panel has to be cleaned and dried, and then after they start to apply every sticker on every panel. We're working on 8 columns and they all have 17 panels.
To have a work of art that is public, where people can see themselves represented, first of all, because of the crowdsourced nature where people across the UK and locally were donating flowers and drawings and pictures of flowers. That, first of all, is really important for us. We aim to be representative and reflective of our communities.
Not only have we been able to bring the community together, but also I feel as though art is being lost in the community, and so having an opportunity to bring that back in this community, bring young people involved, that's just been absolutely amazing.
We engage more than 200 people who actually give us designs, but more than that, everyone in their bubble has been made aware of what we did. I think we reached thousands of people here, so it's really a wall made by the public.
Public art is everything, and I wish more young people had access to street art, street artists and contemporary art, and being able to give their voices in different ways.
How many hundred people walking past a mural, one of those might be a change maker, someone who can go and make that change that we're trying to sort of ignite. It's really the long game, but it's an amazing initiative.
Young people have the right to education. Young people have the right to express themselves and be creative and artistic. And we were really privileged to be involved in a project that gave the opportunity to young people to be creative and artistic, and at the same time to be educated, to learn something new. And we learned so much from them.